said the grand plan made her do it, huh? Jeez, kinda preachy. Keep it in the monastery, lady.
Protectorate-sanctioned wireless. It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times.
Commander, the nav key coordinates supplied by the presiding bishop of the Order have been verified. Landing in Golden Ridge is now possible. Additionally, we are also able to land in Free Market Station due to the Astrogator's progress with the updates necessitated by its rebuild. Free Market Station is an independent marketplace, the only one in the system. It is called such as it was built out of a crashed Auntie's Choice freighter by that name. Golden Ridge is located on Dorado. It is home to the Alexandra Monastery and Matriarch's Mercy, as well as previously being a center for mining Zeranium. The Protectorate abandoned it soon after the invasion, leaving Auntie's Choice and the Order of the Ascendant to fight for control of the area and its resources. Agent Ibarra prioritized your recovery above pursuing Agent DeVries. This involved disassembling and rebuilding the Astrogator to allow the Incognito to travel to your location. As the rebuilding process progresses, old nav keys may be unlocked. Unfortunately, most of them are likely not recoverable.
Looks like the second choice has got a new shipment of swill. Gave it a try. Needs some aging, but not too bad.
What? I was just with Barney. He said we're not getting any new shipments for months. What did he let you try?
Well, I maybe didn't run it by him. He was out of a big metal barrel behind the...
Nice day for shady deals. Do you mind if I don't pay you no mind?
No time to chinwag. More than a mite busy at the moment.
Do we know each other? Let's say we don't. I'm Langlo. Do me a kindness and mosey on.
Can't tell if you're a fixer or need fixing.
Remember, nothing's a crime if you never get caught.
All items, only 5 bits. If you pick it up and it falls apart, I'll even discount the pieces to 4 bits each.
If somebody who looks like me sold you an engine that exploded, that was my evil twin. Don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact. Sorry, pal. You look a tad too upscale for us to do business. My pa always told me not to do business with off-station folk, especially if they're heavily armed. Don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact.
Keep an eye out for snitches. We got a good thing going here.
This is everyone's neighbor, Prudence.
Keep a low profile. We're trying to run a respectable criminal operation here.
The Paramount acknowledges the importance of joyous celebration of victory over base disruption, allowing for radical realignment of the system. So join your neighbors now. upon it. Another Protectorate victory. Another great Protectorate victory, whose outcome was always assured.
Next up.
Another beauteous melody granted by the grace of the Sovereign.
I was under the impression that Free Market Station was open to all. Why am I being accosted?
Free Market Station is open to all. Except spies. Stop those suspicious. Gallivanting about, asking everyone questions.
The information I'm collecting here shows that this is all. Surely you can appreciate that.
Right. I'm sure that information wouldn't help at all. Without a station here.
Lesser than none and better than all the rest. Perfect minds, focused and dutiful. Perfect plans for perfect people. Perfect thoughts and perfect thoughts. Perfectly perfect perfection. Perfect minds, focused and dutiful. Perfect plans for perfect people. Perfect thoughts and perfect thoughts. Perfectly perfect perfection. It's incredible, the automates and us. How they hate us and never make a fuss. Our colony is astounding. Outsiders find it confounding. How our perfection is perfect, is it not? Perfect minds, focused and dutiful. Perfect plans for perfect people. Perfect cause and perfect thoughts. Perfectly perfect perfection. Perfect minds, focused and dutiful. Perfect plans for perfect thoughts and perfectly perfect perfection. Perfect
Now let's admire these comestibles. Ceaseless stokes a hearty appetite. That seal with the perfectly perfunctory meal. Moderation mini rolls. Modestly flavorful, yet free of additive toxins. There's a wholesome banquet in every bite. Moderation mini rolls. Filling and duty fulfilling. Intriguing items engagingly described. What's up next? Long ago, the matriarch devised the paradigm plan to support a bounteous life for all Protectorate subjects. From the tender fillet in your latest meal, down to this exquisite next song.
Limit. Perhaps you could discover one of these brutes and become the next senior tenured laureate of the Tertiary Adjunct School of Numismatics for the Order of the Ascendant. Such a lofty, and dare I say, elegant goal. Good disquisitions to you all, and good day.
receiver to Grand Plan Wireless. We verify before we amplify. Pinnacle Crabble flavored tea.
You didn't ask for this, but you will.
From the Order of the Ascendant. An ease-setting criticism to conform economics at great time. The universal equation should naturally more rapidly than solvents.
Can't chit-chat. I gotta line on something big at the moment.
Welcome to the true free
Mind your own
market.
illicit business.
Hey, greetings. Are you perhaps interested in advancing the knowledge of Arcadia's history through scientific exploration? What am I saying? Of course you are. Please, do tell me anything you might know about the crash of the ACS free market. Could Auntie's choice have succeeded where Order experiments failed? Oh, you're being duplicitous. No Sprat corpses were found in the initial crash site. Do pardon my forwardness. I saw that you were a new arrival, but I held out some hope that you might be able to enlighten me where the station populace has not. As an archivist, it's my duty to collect and record hitherto unrecorded knowledge wherever it can be found. But my earnest questions have been met with suspicion. Sub Rosa's self-preservation instincts should be aimed at those who would truly do the station harm, not a simple researcher with pure aims. That's great. I can offer you a stipend from my exploratory budget for anything you might manage to discover. Converse with the locals, peer into unturned corners, and see what your able hand might unearth. I look forward to furthering the cause of history with you. I'd ask about in the saloon and the bazaar. Both are places where gossip flies about like so many tarot rays. Sub Rosa likely has some information about the crash, but I'm not sure where. You also might be able to find some intact portion of the ship amidst all of the station's wreckage. Take a look around. I'm sure you'll be able to get farther on your own.
Sorry, loitering ain't my crime of choice.
Yeah.
Protect your loved ones. I feel I should address any allegations you may have heard regarding bloodstains on my inventory. Just means it's been well loved. Tell me what you need.
This is Grand Plan Wireless.
Can do.
Soothing tunes for your audio canal and enriching content for your cerebral cortex around the chronometer until we achieve ascension. A general reminder for the especially studious: monitor your step when traversing between academical appointments. Do not read and walk.
If you lost it, I'm selling it.
Or adjacent to said conspicuous dimensional disturbances, please take
Doctor here. Get your stitches.
Beneficial content soon follows. Warning, the following song mentions some actions that are improper, something your fractions should never be.
Buy from me and live to tell your fellows about my store. I think I misplaced a hand grenade. We'll know in a couple seconds if it's armed or not. Browse all you like. Everything I've got is fine-tuned to perfection. Feel free to go on a murderous rant.
How many digits in pi? How many numbers am I? 4, 4, 5, 9, 2, 3, 0, 7, 8. 1, 6, 4, 0, 6, 2, 8, 6, 2, 0, 8. 9, 9, 8. 6, 2, 8, 0, 3, 4, 8, 2, 5, 3, 4, 2, 1. How many digits in pi? How many numbers am I?
Hey, browse all you like. Everything I've got.
Digits in pi. How many numbers am I? How many numbers am
Mind telling me, browse all you like. Feel.
Plan Wireless, Arcadia's voice of reason.
Greetings, pupils! Your always relatable Vicar Mug Sai is here to subvert expectations with an installment of Ask a Vicar that I'm calling Ask a Vicar to Ask a Presiding Bishop. That's right. Presiding Bishop wrote the songs in the studio to answer a listener query, which I will never do. Presiding Bishop, take it away.
Mind browse all you like. Feel free to go.
Time. It all began 13.7 billion years ago when...
Beg your pardon, Presiding Bishop, but I believe this question is a little more specific. Why are we here in Arcadia?
Ah, yes. Our presence in Arcadia is due to the friendship between the matriarch and our founding presiding bishop. Of course, he was not bishop at the time. This was more than a century ago. He had grown disillusioned with the order of scientific inquiry, which he felt had lost sight of the original vision, perfection through prediction. The matriarch appealed to his desire to return to that original vision, asking him to join her in her great enterprise. Together, they would establish a perfect system devoted to humanity's ascension. In exchange, she would finance a computronic machine that would account for every possibility, the Archive. Such a device could never be built with its paltry resources. So began our sect, the Order of the Ascendant, steadfast in our crusade to solve the universal equation in Arcadia. And that, to answer your listener's query, is why we are here.
What happens next may surprise you, but not us. And now, more music to perform advanced calculations by...
My system still ain't gotten the memo we're clear of the relay. I'm itching to keep... Just wish Westport hadn't been the victim here. Those folk didn't deserve to go out like that, Protectorate or not. I'd say... But an invitation to parlay...
If you've a tooth pain, you know who to visit.
Yeah.
You've timed your visit well. I finished sharpening my organ-cutting knife mere minutes ago. If you've wounds that need stitching or teeth that need scrutiny, I'm your doctor. Medicaments and more, all sufficiently...
Anyway, need something, Commander? Sure.
Get caught unawares all you like. My armor will keep you safe.
I'm beginning to reach the tail end of my patience. You will tell me the location of the broker.
Lad, you ain't got much of a concept of a deal, do you? You ain't got nothing to offer, and a threat is offering less than nothing.
You realize any other arbiter would have crushed you where you stand for obstruction of justice long before now? That I am flowing with magnanimity?
Can't say I know what that word means, but if you're inclined to keep threatening me, only thing gonna be flowing is your blood out your body. Stranger, seen my fix? Hope you're about to offer to rid me of this damn fool.
You cannot dissuade an arbiter from their sovereign-given duty, no matter how much of an irritant you may attempt to be. It is good that you have not. Some of my brethren are not as patient as I, especially with outsiders. We are the sovereign's justiciars, tasked with upholding law as we see fit.
And executing anyone who deviates, no matter how slightly they may do so.
You! That is a gross misrepresentation. Everyone at this station has deviated more than slightly, yet I certainly haven't introduced them to my hammer. I came to meet with the information broker for, Protectorate business, Protectorate reasons. However, I find myself foiled at near every turn. None within the Protectorate would defy an arbiter and expect to live. Regrettably, I cannot make the locals see reason without rendering myself unable to learn what I seek.
Even polite entreaties don't see most getting an invite to the broker. And you've been anything but.
Sai-Sai's presentation.
Welcome to Zeranium and You, a brief accounting of this crucial material. Though minute amounts were first discovered...
See, you may have thought you said have an audience, but what you actually said was let him assassinate.
Do I look like a sentinel to you? No, don't answer that.
No matter what this fella says, he's not going to convince me to trust him. He's a walking security risk.
Efficient utilization took time. Zeranium in its liquid state is volatile and explosive. In its gaseous form, it is toxiferous to...
Hilarious.
That's funny. That's real funny. Takes a lot to set me smiling. Have a drink on the house. I just had a thought. Might be something that needs looking into. Maybe something that would allow me to make an exception as to who visits the broker?
Methodological experiments with extraction, refinement, and processing, from the harvesting of liquid zeranium to...
Within the Golden Ridge locale on Dorado, there's a refugee camp. It's unassuming, quiet-like. Most of the folks there just want to be left alone. They see to the few needs they have by working with the broker, but we ain't heard from them in a fortnight and change. Serves to reason something untoward may have transpired there. You see your way to looking into that, maybe we'll talk.
As predetermined. Next up, well, the seers among you already know.
I don't fancy the idea of letting an arbiter loose on our allies without supervision. Might not know you, but anything's better than giving him complete freedom.
I do not take your speaking of me as some kind of feral canid lightly.
Great! Take the lap canid with you. I've had enough of his excitability, and so have my customers.
I don't claim to be pleased with the circumstances surrounding this co-investigation, but perhaps we may surprise one another. I'm Arbiter Tristan Rao. The idea of working with a non-protectorate individual is no tremendous pleasure to me either. Let us be expedient. I shall meet you at the camp. Let us hope we both arrive there intact.
This place ain't half bad. I've been to seedier underbellies.
This ain't the place to go poking your nose in other folks' business.
Up to no good. Good.
Do you mind if I don't pay you no mind?
Mind your own illicit business, and I'll mind mine.
Keeping everything above board? I hope not.
Another challenger approaches. Prepare to be sent weeping from my curio collection. None have defeated my collections, and none shall. But I do so delight in a competition. Are you prepared to do battle? Cards, my dear, of the toss ball and pitch ball variety. I must see if your collection bests my own. Sporting! Let us do battle! This is a fine collection of cards. For an amateur, you'll need a sight more to compete with me. I cannot open my wares to any unless their collections rival my own. I hope you understand. Feel free to return once you have bolstered your ranks. But know that you shall still not defeat me.
That wasn't the song I was supposed to play. I forgot to carry the one. The following song has been determined to facilitate abstract thinking and constructive rumination.
These threads illness
irresponsible spread of the purple-berry parasite by Antis Choice and its numerous subsidiaries and former supernumerary... although that's a different country. The spread of this parasite included a corresponding rise in gastrointestinal illnesses and deaths, until basic preventative measures were put in place after illness-related costs exceeded corporate profits. As is usual. The purple-berry parasite infects nearly 100% of wild, on pork farms, and even in our
If it inflicts...
Originally discovered on a single colony world, the purple-berry plant was subsequently spread throughout the colonies due to Antis Choice's poorly regulated interstellar shipping. Well, actually, it was due to Spacer's Choice, which somehow merged with another company to become Antis Choice. Honestly, these corporate interactions make little sense to me, as they mostly amount to relabeling assets and changing letterhead and mascot cartoons. So I will just refer to them as Antis Choice going forward.
Inflicts grievous bodily harm on other people. I've got it!
The purple-berry plant was at first thought to be poisonous, as the early colonists eating its berries died from the most potent of discharges this documentarian has ever witnessed, in a rare Antis Choice lab recording in our archive, which we acquired from a corporate defector to the defector before our stellar system was sealed and the order ceased.
My contraptions don't explode no more! Honest!
Listen, I know I shouldn't warn you about this, but anything I sell you runs the risk of exploding. I trust you'll appreciate my forthrightness and be all the more willing to buy from me.
Instead, they were infected with a microscopic parasite.
I've been having some problems with my machines since I arrived on this planetoid. But that's enough about myself.
More specifically, the PBP eggs are found in...
I'd be happy to show you.
...infected plant, where these eggs have been subdermally injected by the second stage of the parasite. But I am getting ahead of myself. Let's examine the PBP life cycle in detail. After an infected berry is eaten by a host, the microscopic eggs inside the berries
buy from me? Please?
Which trigger their hatching. These parasites enter the second stage, as spiky, worm-like creatures with specialized pincer-like mandibles, which then proceed to feed on the host directly, ingesting tissue and blood along the entire intestinal tract. These worms are eventually expelled when they reach a size of approximately 2 centimeters in length, and they then seek out nearby purple-berry plants to lay their eggs in the ripening purple berries, and I should add well fertilized when this is required. Also, as the expelled content contains digested purple-berry seeds, the distribution of the plants is increased, helping infected purple-berry plants to spread far lower.
Error. Road sales grandstanding not found.
Perhaps unsurprisingly, countless Antis Choice scientists mislabeled this case of symbiosis, given that both the purple-berry plant and its parasite are benefited by the relationship, as a parasitical relationship. Given that initial classification error, it's a wonder the Antis Choice scientists managed to ascertain any subsequent safeguards at all. After some additional casualties, plotting Antis Choice field
Garment's here. Come ganderize.
But human colonists were not so fortunate. The PBP worms disrupted the human infection.
You lost it. I'm selling.
Gee whiz! That's your gee whiz. Expelling of the worms, the berries, and most of the person's gastrointestinal tract. Human casualties even when reluctantly given medical attention. You know, people were more concerned with executing necessary procedures or prescribing expensive treatments such as
Blades, bludgeons, bomb. Hey, you smell gunpowder? Do you want to? Then buy one of my handy firearms. Browse all you like. Everything I've got is fine-tuned to perfection. If it inflicts grievous bodily harm on other people...
and low growing costs, Impatient Auntie's Choice Administration officials directed their labs to find ways to remove the parasite from the berry. A variety of methods were tested and found effective, but they were all time-consuming and wasteful of the edible.
People, I've got it!
Eventually, the answer was found. But
Look, tell me what you need.
a history text on Saltuna, a crossbreed of two different fish species called salmon and tuna, was found.
I think I misplaced a hand grenade. Browse all you like. Everything I've got is fine. That's privileged information, friend. If you want it, you're going to have to kill me. Just jesting. Although if you did want to kill me, I've got many finely priced perforators tuned to do just that. Perhaps you'd be inclined to take a look at my wares?
Untried act of freezing the salmon meat killed the embedded toxins. A quick test showed the same procedure worked on PvP eggs, although without quite 100% effectiveness. The remaining parasite eggs were not removed, a method that was judged too wasteful.
Meals currently sold with both salt and pepper.
Sorry,
Available
ordering
today.
ain't my crown of choice.
My gear has the fewest holes out of any clothes on station. For your money back.
Get caught unawares all you like. My armor will keep you safe.
I shall see you at the refugee camp. Hopefully they shan't be chagrined by my presence.
Mindless Auntie's Choice consumers especially purchase a large variety of purpleberry-themed foods and beverages, all of them mislabeled parasite food. More accurately, live Auntie's Choice once again demonstrated that
You just bought a shooter from not a weapons store, right? How's it treating?
Another reason.
Yes.
Can't carry in for our orders with little nutritional foodstuffs. OA archive transcription number 3908 ends here.
Next, the latest field data validating or repudiating our forecasts and relevant informational details for new present and future calculations. Reminder for the especially studious, monitor your step when traversing between academical appointments. Do not breathe and walk. If you must operate near or adjacent to said conspicuous dimensions, care. Eyes forward, noses out of academic journals.
End message with an emphatic sign-off such as, "You'll never be sad when you have solutions." That apparently was a note to self, not to be read aloud.
And now, additional data and/or music determined to facilitate cognition. Consistency in your work is wonderful. Consistency in playlists is not. Now for a new
Notice. The following points of interest have been identified. Matriarch's Mercy, Alexandra Monastery, the statue of the Matriarch, and notice.
Is not data that is gathered, collated, and subjected to analysis. But what is the role of chance in that analysis? Let's look at the interpretation of pure chance. If one slips up a Tuesday, it will land on heads with a 1-2 chance, or tails with a 1-2 chance. Are there real is there not one specific outcome? Yes. There can be chance. Only
Highly consult with Earth Directorate HQ before committing resources to search and rescue.
We got pieces down there. If one of them got hit, then that strike will be the first of many. Real nervous about that explosion we saw when we landed, Commander. If this were deliberate, this whole place is liable to turn into a powder keg.
As if it had been flipped, and proceed with whatever action that flip was intended to choose. What part of that choice was ever left to chance? The answer, of course, is not. Only with less than complete information are we reduced to chance.
This is your 2061st reminder to keep all personal items with you at all times.
Forced to deal with probabilities, expected values, and standard deviations, which lead to the dreaded stigma of probability distributions. By necessity,
The plan can wait. Our lines will not. Attention passengers. You are running 21,000.
Please mind the gaps. All of them.
Your tram. Please be mindful of your departure in the future.
a horror. A horror. The archive will help us avoid. Every bit of data collected, analyzed, and input by our archivists brings us closer to our goal, to the solving of the universal equation. Probability is not enough. Guesses are not enough. Incomplete information leads to inaccurate predictions, which lead to tragedy. We must not guess. We must know. Help us know. Contribute any and all data you can collect to our proud archivists. And you too can say you contributed to the archive.
And now, constructually compelling yet categorically veracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and focus. Make Pinnacle Meal Replacement Bars the complete part of your daily meals and of the plan. Designed for optimal nutritional extraction, they also taste acceptable from the order of the ascendant. Never forget, we will unlock humanity's true potential. In due course, in due time, each fulfilling our prescribed role within the grand plan. Consistency in your work is wonderful. Consistency in clothes is not. Now for a new song.
Stay vigilant. Report any suspicious activity to your nearest station warden. Your patience is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting quietly until the next tram arrives. suspicious activity for your jurisdiction, Warden.
Does not compute.
Folk were hunkered down here. Wonder how long they held out before. Well, best not to think about it.
206. Morale? Low. Condition? Feeble. Voucher mech. Watching. Always watching. Many have left for Matriarch's mercy, seeking refuge with the Order. The fools. Can't they see the Order is no different from the Protectorate? The Order won't...
Incessant muttering to oneself may disturb fellow passengers. Further conduct violations may warrant notification of the Sentinels.
Try it, you doddering rattletrap! Such threats compel me no longer. I now answer to no one. I've seen through the lies of both sides. In time, everyone will.
Unwarranted optimism may be a sign of a more serious imbalance. Please see a curativist before boarding.
It's another installment of Vicar Makes Eyesight. A listener asks,
Matriarch's mercy lies directly ahead. This unit is ready to proceed when you are, Commander.
We know what he was. A progenitor of the Order. The man responsible for elevating it from academic advisory board to a humanity-safe belief system. The answer to who he was is more elusive. No one knows his true name, which is lost in the annals of history. The sobriquet of charismatic mathematician comes from his early days as a professor emeritus of cognitive mathematics. His lectures were known to leave students in tears, on the verge of mental transcendency. Yet the subject of his teachings are outside the scope of today's question. We must respect the process. If anyone wishes to know what the charismatic mathematician actually taught, simply ask, and I will answer in a later installment of Ask a Vicar.
Stay tuned for what follows.
Vital switching to night marginal, Commander. Prescription filled. I need to ask for help, but help? Little pick-me-up for you.
Resuming hostilities.
Sight unseen. Out of sight and on the way.
A surge in stimulation as we visit Praetor, an inhospitable planetoid, only made marginally habitable by our grounding station and electrical dispersion lines. The Elysium moon Praetor is as fascinating to the mind as it is mortiferous to the body. Tidally locked in Elysium's shadow, Praetor suffers a distinct deficit of direct daylight. This unique astronomical arrangement bombards Praetor's surface with low-level M-rays, resulting in a shocking level of atmospheric electricity. I will now pause for a moment to let you appreciate my intentional plot. Available for review in this episode's transcript footnotes, it escaped your attention. Moving on. Only heavily adapted predatory fauna eke out a brutal existence here, relying on their mesmerizing patterns of bioluminescence. Our safety sure stand no chance. If not for order astuteness in the field of technology, our grounding station can mitigate the danger posed by Praetor's persistent electrical storms. In lay people's parlance, a network of lightning...
Kill it! Ioki 5 stem!
Danger. Ranger ahead.
Grounding station, where it's safely dispersed, typically. Tenured station operators estimate the system is 78% effective at mitigating 82% of the danger posed by hypercharged atmospherics. Our electrical dispersion system is ingeniously adaptable. reversing the system's polarity will send surplus protons from the grounding station backward to any route in the network. A convenient method to terminate any hostile life forms poking around when they are unwanted. One quick jolt, and they're off to the hereafter. Simply an intriguing possibility to consider among many fascinating facts behind the Traitor grounding station, a location of scientific inquiry.
Addendum. Peer review of the News reporting revealed that the subterranean grounding network is in fact 307.51 miles of wire instead of 307.47 miles as originally reported. I apologize profusely for this careless failure of basic fact checking. The responsible researchers have been formally censured.
Stand by for further stimulating content. Avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local predictory.
Looking pretty engaged, Commander. That's still recharging.
Descendant allocated to Golden Ridge. As foreseen, recent conflicts between the Protectorate and ourselves.
Raring to go. Looking a little woozy there, Commander. Give me locating again.
Back in business.
Allow for a predictable range of error. So do
In closing, a potentially incongruent word of advice.
Error. Navigation systems offline. Unable to locate designated path.
Continuing as predetermined. A song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become allergic to water this year.
Greetings. This unit is unable to fulfill its programming. Dispensing gratitude. This unit is now being used as a target. This unit must return to Matriarch's Mercy to dispense medical care in order to fulfill its programming. Farewell.
Take care not to slip. A fall from that height wouldn't be pretty.
Was that something? Let me handle this.
Commander, you're bleeding!
Not friendly life form detected.
You have tuned your receiver to Grand Plan Wireless. We verify before we amplify.
Healthy healthy food can be grown in soil, but even healthier food can be grown in a lab. 100%. This is airtight as any proof of charismatic tissue.
From the Order of the Ascendant.
Let's get rid of these fools so we can enjoy the view.
This popular number has been conclusively proven to promote cognitive function.
Fellow subjects, pardon my momentary consternation. The subject of jealousy is a
Time to earn my commission. Reload, Commander. Someone call for a medic. Happy to help. Discreet. Let's go. Medkit coming your way. Standing by with life support. Practicing some battlefield medicine. Breath healing. All charged up.
Hostile ahead. What's the place?
Real vulnerable.
As determined, you're listening to Grand Plan Wireless. For transpiring events, philosophical profundities, informed insight into the future, also music. Accomplished colleagues, please clear the next 1.7 minutes of your academic calendar for a compact consultation on current events from Presiding Bishop Ruth Bassar.
Fellow ascendants, it is not hyperbole to state we live in perilous times for scientism. Spatial anomalies, incursor corporatus, our divisive division from the Protectorate. Not an ideal course of events, yet none represents the peril of which I speak. We cannot choose our trials, only predict them and prepare. We have done both with usual efficiency. Our greatest enemy is distraction. We must not let events outside our control divide our attention, or we risk Protectorate brethren. The fair
This encampment does not meet Earth Directorate standards of
Potential combatant.
Rhino's looking a mite marginal, Commander.
Calculations by. You are listening to Grand Plan Wireless, Arcadia's voice of reason. No need to squander computation on a lengthy installment of Ask a Victor, especially with today's proverbial doozy of a query. A listener asks, I ain't got time to suss out the difference between the Grand Plan and the Universal Equation. Now let's turn to Vicar Magsai for the answer.
injuries detected. Please seek medical assistance. How may this unit assist you, Commander?
No doubt a cast-off from their consumeristic society, what they might call a young witch. To this listener, I say, well, we vicars are always gladsome to educate the ignorant and to maximize comprehension of our new corporate friend. I shall present my answers using as few syllables as possible. Difficult to consume just crunchy morsels represent a fundamental building block of the universe. To the lay person, this random scattered matter looks chaotic. But we in the Order see the underlying structure, the math beneath the mess. Every artificially flavored berry on my desk did not settle in its place by happenstance. It was positioned by atomical electrodynamics, by momentum, by the mass attraction of neighboring berries, the desk surface beneath them, the planetary object beneath the desk. The berry zones are in the spill of stellar material known as the Milky Way and the Night Void. We call this order a grand plan. Do we know every step of it? No. But we know it is one. It's just a matter of calculating the motion of every particle in the universe. That calculation is a universal equation. Once we solve
You could sell everything here and still not have enough to buy a can of Borstwurst. Almost feel bad for him. Let me handle this!
Readying assault.
Very well, Commander. Medics orders. Let's get you healed.
Coming for you, lazy bones! See you!
Pick me up. I do it for you.
Initiative!
universal equation. Once we solve it, and it's only a matter of time, we will know all that ever was. Not only will we predict reality, but control it. We will ascend to godhood.
Keep put. Much is left to come.
This encampment does not meet Earth Directorate.
You're looking pretty scathing.
Visit your
This unit is in need of assistance.
Average. The famous cartographer.
Angels, give me the top!
Universal equation. Once we solve it, and it's only a matter of time, we will know all that ever was or will ever be.
And when I soon slip away, I'll be peaceful. Thoughts of my neighbors sing home. They will remember how I reported them tirelessly through my last days and from the beginning. My brain and consistency serve the paradigm's plan without flaws. It's an honor and a gift, what I'd wish for all who live. It's a privilege to die for the cause. Load up trauma, decapitated. Eaten by
Got twitchy feet.
raptor dawn.
Aggressive ring.
Every breath and every smile, every step in every mile, contributed to something beautiful. Going to blast it! Stay on me, 5-step!
Lay low, Commander. Medic order. Medical pack out.
There you
Unbeatable beetroot flavor. It's the soda that drinks like a soup. Available in pulp or extra pulp.
Back in business. Out of sight and on the way. To the rescue. Sight unseen.
Resume hostilities.
trouble it is. Come out, come out. I smell the
Quite the predicament you're in.
Emergency protocol syringes primed.
Real vulnerable.
so much lighter, I can't wait to revive.
This unit will provide public transportation schedules as they become available. Engaging Aesthetics Appreciation Protocol. What a lascivious domicile and/or indoor space.
Pleasing melodies, like this one.
This window.
Rough customer.
Don't like it. These strangers. Should rip them out, shatter them, transfer them with ourselves.
Yes, yes! Grab an order glass scrawler next outing. They'll display us in the standing before we cut them up. It's a brawl!
Non-stop, all day, all night. Here's a song for you to enjoy while you solemnly reflect on your sworn duty to our idyllic society.
This window.
You're looking pretty scathed, Commander. Recharging as fast as it can, Commander. Anyone else? Here, a medic.
Alarming amount of fluids, Commander.
You ain't worth crap!
Advise healing yourself.
This window.
Got my lamps on a hostage.
Don't like it. These strangers. Should rip them out, shatter them, transfer them. With ourselves.
Yes! Yes! Kill them!
Readying assault protocols.
Our station offers only the best in music for Protectorate subjects. It's your due, because our way is superior to others.
I just had a thought, I'm really not supposed to. Sadly, though it seems my thoughts fly too free. My mind feels too open, I'm acting without reason. You know exactly what we should refreshed, so mentally refreshed. Be fun and worry free as one big family. We're up to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. I feel so much lighter, I can't wait to revitalize the mind in line with what we are told. Told is the one truth, no need for more proof. You know exactly what.
Recharging! Anyone else?
Here, please seek treatment for bodily trauma soon. For assistance.
Allowing for radical realignment of the system.
Throwing a boom, 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 boom! Have a
and your mind meditating.
a strange sort of humor in the onset of the first war in Arcadia's history, within a few days of my being assigned here. As far from Protectorate society as possible, Golden Ridge suffers under an invading force, and moreover, it appears that our Order colleagues have betrayed us. At first, I lamented my isolation, but I've realized I was where I needed to be of service. The scores of abandoned subjects need a leader. I have enlisted the staff at these estates to help accept the first influx of still loyal Protectorate refugees. More shall come. I shall lead them out of the shadows and into the light. For the good of the Protectorate. This is my calling.
What I wouldn't give for a little public transport right about now.
Looking round the colony's foundation sound, all in line, all refined, fitting together as a sign. Why be a pebble, lost and deep in the sand? Why be a pebble when double our travel? The strength is where we stand. Don't be a pebble, ticked and tossed and crushed. Mountains and granite is more how they planned it, so don't get turned to dust. No, don't get turned to dust. No, don't get turned to dust.
Broadcasting reassuring programming in line with the paradigm. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. for nothing. All of us. Protectorate protects.
So you did come. Good. I'm not partial to working with those given to second thoughts. It seems we arrive on a desolate scene. I don't know what transpired, but whatever it was killed the refugees to a person. As an arbiter, I bear a strong stomach. But if you've any reservations about witnessing destruction visited upon the innocent, you'd best steel yourself.
Here's a little number to get your feet tapping and your mind meditating on the perfection of Protectorate society.
What sort of life was this, without the Sovereign's guidance? I cannot help but feel a pang for these people, cut down without a hope of defense. We must uncover what transpired here. You've been busy. What did you find? I doubt it factored in their inadequacy in the face of a superior force, assuming there was a superior force. The distinct lack of automechanical corpses around us supports your point. It seems the defenders did not defend. Did you have anything else? Very well. I shall continue to search on my own. Could have been saved if they simply hadn't deviated from the paradigm.
Wholesome programming played at a reasonable volume. You're listening to Protectorate-sanctioned wireless. Attention, all subjects. The paradigm acknowledges the importance of joyous celebration of victory over base disruption, allowing for radical realignment of the system. So join your neighbors now in wanton merriment to commemorate the staggering loss of life that has occurred in Westport. The craven town, poisoned by corporatist trespassers, lies in ruins after our courageous agents sent the Vox relay station crashing upon it. Another great Protectorate victory. Another great Protectorate victory, whose outcome was always assured.
And now this.
Another song in an expertly curated playlist, picked out explicitly for you, the Sovereign's chosen.
Jackson in Sizer, all right. Salutations. Has your search uncovered anything of remark? Let's hear it. Seems this base has seen its share of destruction. I maintain that it feels deliberate, judging by the still standing buildings. Was there anything remarkable about it? That it is. Size alone does not merit significance, however. Did you have anything else? Someone visited much carnage on this place while leaving few signs of their presence. Did you learn anything by examining the body?
Sleeping at their station. Reporting them will only help improve their dedication. If you see a person with questions much too deep, go and tell on them while they are peacefully asleep. Celebrate the good ones, turn in those who stole. It should be a no simple thing to do. Be the merry one who makes the call. Celebrate the submissive, stick to their routine. It should be a no simple thing to do. Turning in your relatives, your friends, your peers, and more. Celebrate the turning in. It's what we all strive for.
Death by shotgun, as the wounds appear to me, are often painful, drawn out. You're certain you've combed the place to your liking? Very well.
Gather around the receiver with your neighbors. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless, your trusted source for wholesome melodies and inspiring reports on community goings-on.
Dear neighbors, gather round the wireless for this multi-part chat with a man possessing a commanding yet comforting focal timbre, Emery Thoreau, more simply known as the Console. Greetings, Console. Now you are more than just our beloved Sovereign's dear friend. You are his right hand.
Not quite his right hand, Primus. His firm hand. I enforce his benevolence.
And you enforce it so faithfully. I'm sure I speak for all subjects when I say thank you for your service. It must be such a burden.
Not at all. I have help from the Sentinels, of course. All subjects rest easy knowing these agents walk hidden among us, forever vigilant for despoilers of our perfect life. I have bestowed them with the authority to serve and protect all faithful subjects. Only wrongdoers have anything to fear. Thus my Sentinels free me to fulfill my own purpose.
A purpose we've kept you from overlong. Thank you for inspiring us, Console. Before you go, might I ask you to sing a bit?
Shame about all this blood. I just polished these boots.
No, full well what would happen if I broke into song. I will only be torturing the sovereign subjects.
Oh, and there he goes. The Console has just walked out of the studio. But fret not, neighbors. You will hear his inspiring voice on these airwaves again. Well, that, as they say, is that. What's next?
Salutations. Has your search uncovered anything? You're certain you've combed the place? Then let us debrief and see if we can deduce what transpired here. Have you any theories as to what killed these people? I believe that this camp's auto mechanicals turned on those they were supposed to protect. Someone caused this to happen, deliberately. The only remaining puzzle piece is why. Why go through all this trouble to eliminate a handful of isolated refugees? Yes, that relay tower in the rear of the camp was clearly not built by the refugees, but stolen from the Protectorate, which likely means that they were Protectorate as well. The refugees must have used it to listen in on Protectorate communications, then sold what they learned to Sub Rosa. After the Vox Relay's recent destruction, High Command would have ordered a security sweep of all communication systems. This outpost's relay would have returned a signal. Upon learning of this camp's existence, they'd have dispatched a sentinel to cross off any would-be traitors. Hence the destruction we bear witness to. I admire your enthusiasm, but these refugees were traitors to the Protectorate, though I still believe there was a solution here beyond complete annihilation. Now with that finished, Hold. Some things approach. Be ready. I suspect someone has disapproved of our inquiry. Seems the machines returned, bent on eliminating any stragglers. Go on! These automechs will never be used to perpetrate such heinous acts again.
Sovereign. In fact, all of them do, because as you know, he composed every single one. Long ago, the Matriarch devised the Paradigm Plan to support a bounteous life for all Protectorate subjects. From the tender fillet in your latest meal, down to this exquisite next song. I believe we're at the end of our investigation. The prospect of sharing our findings with the broker isn't terribly appealing, but we've little choice. I will locate my wretched Sub Rosa transport and return to Free Market Station. Pleasure fighting beside you. Be sure you return to Free Market Station to debrief with me. Despite our work here, I somehow doubt the broker would grant an audience to me alone.
can't say I'm thrilled about aiding an Arbiter, especially considering he ain't been forthcoming about his motives. Hope it don't come back to bite us. Anyhow, was there something you needed, Commander? Oh, I see. You're here to gossip. All right, let's hear it. Who do you want to talk about? Seems friendly enough, if a mite guarded and a little thick-headed in his view of Andy's choice. Regardless, I can assure you I'll treat him with the same respect I show you. Though I reckon he's seen his fair share of struggles over the years, no matter how he tries to hide it. Think he ought to ask for help when he needs it.
Now let's admire these commendable comestibles. Every cog requires routine lubrication. Stave off wear and tear with your regular allotment of Moderation Vodka. It's the perfect libation to imbibe in celebration of daily service done well. Moderation Vodka. Distilled with zeal. Such perfect products, the envy of our rivals. But let's not gloat. Here's one you're absolutely sure to enjoy. A Protectorate prescribed favorite.
Subject ensures a glorious bound for all.
How are the informant lines treating you? Hear anything good?
My only field bound compatriot is stationed in Golden Ridge. And all she received is military quality.
I just don't get why we have to buy our own weapons from our own merchants.
Got people who can filch us better gear.
Greetings again. Hope that little day excursion you and I jawed about is going well. Libations or information? What's your poison?
The encampment had been razed. I'm sorry to say there were no survivors, but I believe we were able to uncover what transpired. We managed to accomplish our goals. This counts for more than a little, I'd say.
I'm surprised. Didn't know if you had it in you, especially with an Arbiter in tow. But you got what was needed. Not bad at all. I'd be happy to direct you to the broker. First, though, we've got a small issue. There's a malfunctioning lamp in the basement I need someone to take a look at. Here's a keycard to get you down there. You mind? Just trust me and go give it a look.
You are dying. Which is not...
Contented, and others are not.
The mental refreshment process increases, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind.
Yeah, how about this? I recruited a Protectorate subject direct link from Bastion. Middle of a Protectorate holding.
Think I'll congratulate you for risking your hide to recruit one subject?
Forgive me for withholding my applause.
You're jealous of my charms.
Yeah, real jealous. So are the half-dozen AC ad execs I recruited last week. We're all just vomitous with envy.
Amazing melodies, like this one.
Anyone had asked me, I'd have put the odds of a live arbiter finding his way into my chambers at 1 in a few trillion. Good that you didn't come here for blood, Arbiter Rao. Barney would have sniffed it out and broken you in twain. And I do disdain mopping up Protectorate corpses.
If you know who I am, you must know why I'm here. My mentor died under vague circumstances, and I desire any information pertaining to the specifics of her death.
Interesting. That question appears to be at odds with High Command's public statement on the matter. Losing faith in your masters?
No. But I cannot shake the sensation that something was awry with her passing. If you know something, tell me. Please.
I could get used to this kind of groveling. Your instincts are right, Arbiter. Though we don't know the specifics. I received information that your mentor's body bore signs of a fight, and a nasty one. Someone killed her.
I shall in time, when fewer prying ears abound.
If that's all, I think you'd best get along. I prefer not to sully my quarters with Protectorate lackeys. Live ones, anyhow.
And I prefer to limit my time with scheming blackguards. Let us take our leave from present company. Speak to me outside, if you would. There's something I'd care to ask you.
Abundant entertainment delivered with acceptably reassuring vocal inflection. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless.
Savor this moment, neighbors. Our beneficent sovereign has deemed it time for another splendiferous speech, or as we are obliged to call it, his golden bestowment.
Such a wonderful introduction, Prudence. She truly is everyone's perfect neighbor, isn't she? Which brings me to the topic of this bestowment. Neighborliness. The tie that binds. Like any good neighbor, I fulfill my assigned duty, tirelessly nurturing our perfect system, but its health depends on you as well. A true neighbor does whatever it takes to keep their community free of insidious elements that would harm the whole. We must all hold each other accountable in these unprecedented times. So, My beloved subjects, never hesitate to report your concerns. Your neighbors will thank you.
Now, on to other matters. Here's one you're absolutely sure to enjoy. A Protectorate prescribed favorite.
Standing by.
Now let's admire these ceaseless the appetite. Systemic on the way. Is a perfectly perfunctory.
Gather around the receiver with your neighbors. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless, your trusted source for wholesome melodies and inspiring reports on community goings-on.
Fellow subjects, I bear sweetness and sunlight, encouraging words from our beloved sovereign in another installment of his golden bestowment.
Adoring subjects, look around you. Our cupboards runneth over. No table is bare. Neither corporatist invaders nor betrayal by our former brethren shall diminish our abundance. The system abides, and your sovereign provides. Eden's harvests remain bountiful, buoying us with nutrition far superior to the abysmal slurry consumed by our base enemies. Subjects, fill your bellies to maintain your stamina. Thus shall our prosperity strengthen us against those who would rob us of it.
Now, on to other matters. More music to aid in your earnest rumination of portentous societal...
How's that lone subject of yours working out? Ran screaming back to the Protectorate yet?
No, it's going a little too well, if I'm honest. I think the freedom of what we do here might have gone to her head. First taste of the freedom bought with her ill-gotten bits, now she can't stop. She's moved 22 crates of contraband in the last week.
22. That's more than I had in 3 months. She's making us both look bad.
The role of the Arbiter typically does not require the assistance of others. We are expected to act as wholly independent entities. But I fully realize that had I not your aid today, my investigation's progress would have stalled and withered. During our investigation, I gauged your trustworthiness and did not find it wanting. What say we travel together? I think you have earned forthrightness. I came to Free Market Station to seek the true killer of my mentor, the Supreme Arbiter. Sub Rosa deals in information, and were thusly my best lead on her killer. They gave me less than I'd hoped, but it was at least a start. Unfortunately, I cannot act truly alone. I have no ship, and no support. I will keep to my convictions in any case, but I understand. What instructions would you have me follow? My weight? You seem to have confused me for a lackadaisical foot soldier. Arbiters do not need to be told to pull their weight. We do our duty. I will listen to your words, and I shall follow your orders. I will not assail enemies of the Protectorate without your consent, though I will not like it. But if my sense of duty outpaces my willingness to comply with an order, or if you attack my brethren unprovoked, our relationship will come to an abrupt end. Excellent. I hope our working relationship is most fruitful. I'm sure we shall discover much together.
The Incognito is approaching maximum crew capacity. Note, due to its size and weight, the hammer is included in that estimate.
Let us be off, Commander.
Wholesome programming played at a reasonable volume. You're listening to Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue energy, styles untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. Well then. Moving on.
Our station offers only the best in music for Protectorate subjects. It's your due, because our way is superior to others.